So we have Deepa today with us, founder and CEO of Swatanya. So yeah, Deepa. So tell me, how was your journey? Like, what is your story all about?
You want a big story or a short story?
Anything. Just
Okay,
it should be like,
yeah. It started about 6 years back, and I was part of the corporate gang and really doing well, flying high, and but there was an inner voice calling me, basically just grounding me and saying, "Is this what it's all about?" Or I wanted to do something different for myself and just create a positive impact, even in even in one person's life. That would have made a lot of difference, I guess. And so that's when I stopped, took a break, and tried to do something which creates a positive impact in the lives of women around us, the marginalized women.
yeah.
And I knew it had to be something creative. So that's how Swatanya was born, where we started training these women to make beautiful handcrafted products.
Yeah.
And then we wanted it to be sustainable. We wanted them to make money out of it. So we said, okay, why not now? Let's sell these products in the market. So we sell this through various online, offline channels, and help them be financially independent.
Yeah, so in the earlier days when you started, like you just told me, you started 6 years back. So what was the motivating point to, start this? Like, now mujhe karna hai. Like as an entrepreneur, you have to start this journey, leaving the job and coming into it. So what was the major motivation factor for you?
So I had the last two jobs that I served on for two different companies. I was heading the complete operations.
Yeah.
So I was pretty much, on that platform where I had it all, a fat salary package, and the status and the jazz. But like I said, I had been growing and I had reached a kind of a plateau, and I was like, what do I do beyond this? Where do I really go? I mean, I can maybe now become the CEO from the CEO, but where to thereafter? So, and plus it was hollow. It was it was just becoming about money and status, and it was not. There was something which is completely missing. So and it was high time, right?
Yes.
I thought that I had to take a break and figure out because the inner voice, like I said, was just getting louder and louder, and I couldn't just shut it. So I was like, okay, I have to do something about this. I'm not feeling right about it.
So
meri train chhoot rahi hai,
exactly,
right? My favorite dialogue.
So like, who were the people who supported you at that time? Like your family, and like who were there, and how?
My family's always been there, always supported me. But having said that, it's not as if it's been easy, because there've been times where obviously, because you don't see the color of money, at least for the first
3
years, 2-3 years, and so it's like are you doing the right thing and all. And then parents do question, why do you want to maybe not just do a simple job and on, and why are you putting so much of financial stress on yourself? But then, like I said, for me, there was no looking back, especially because the kind of positive changes that I'd started seeing already. Like I said, I mean, for me, even a change in one person's life was enough. But here I have this full gang of women behind me with such amazing positive energies, and I see the change, and it's always been a very big motivating factor.
How was your journey, like 6 years from now, like the day you started and where you're today? You're having a bunch of handicraft people working for you.
It's been a roller coaster ride. It's never been like this. It's either like this or like this or like this. So it's been but it's been very, very exciting doing your own thing on your own terms, in your own way. I think the rush is amazing. It's like, suddenly you wake up with an idea in the morning and you're like, okay, let me try this as well. Like, because dreams are, I really believe dreams sort of really guide you and help you. And so if you can channelize all that and try and focus and bring it into your work, it just does amazing things. So that has helped me a lot, and it's been an amazing I think for me it's been an amazing personal growth.
Yes. So, talking about few of your challenges, I'm sure you must have faced a lot of challenge. The very first you just told about convincing your family to start this journey. So, what was some challenge, like the fewer ones in your journey, during your journey from the start till here, the major ones, which you can like, which motivates you till now?
So one was, of course, we were not trying to follow any set pattern, a set business model. So it started right there first, because I needed to figure out what to do with, okay, I knew the women and creativity, but what product, what market, what model of training, which platforms to sell on, which markets to target. So everything we have sort of, faltered and then fallen and then evolved and learnt, and then, so we've grown learning in the process. Then, of course, getting the women for the first time was the most difficult, because the women that we mostly work with are not really allowed to, come out of the homes and work. Plus, they don't even work as domestic workers because it's not considered decent work. So that whole thing of convincing them to come out and try, and then we'll give them work for their homes. They don't have to come, and they can still tend to their children and to their families. So that was very big challenge, but we faced it only once. Thereafter, it's been just word of mouth, and every 2-3 days I'll have women coming over. We would also like to try it out and work. So it's
this
amazing.
idea, how did you come up with this idea? Like, just you said there was a dream to follow, like left your job. So what was the time, like, I want to know where this idea came from, that you want to do this?
So this is the time, like I said, I wanted to create a positive impact. And I knew my experience has always been in, I've been a part of apparel industry, so I know products, I understand materials, products and things like that, and fashion. So
exactly.
And like every woman,
yes,
she would love to do something related to fashion or crafts or products. So I knew I had to do. The product was there, but I wanted. I've seen women. I know India is so culturally rich. Every woman is taught a bit of stitching and a bit of crochet or knitting or something like that. कि आगे चल के काम में आएगा, and लड़की है इतना आना चाहिए. So
and
that
by
is
toys, I see basically like the major USP of your product are the toys, like they fascinate children.
Very, very interesting question.
Yeah.
So toys was not what we started off with. We started off with baby booties, considering that this is going to be an easier product to handle.
Yeah.
But toys we eventually came on to because I had my children in between.
Nice.
And that's where the whole natural thing of that came out. And so it was, and toys they were easier than garments, so it made more practical sense. Plus we just any toy or these things, you'll see a lot of animals and a lot of so we just put a lot of love and heart into it. So that's why they come out. Every owl that we make, or every there's a lot of heart and love that goes into it.
I would love to see some of them, show to people like what are the things that you're making.
Sure. So
this was the one I saw for the very first time. You're there in the product industry and still you're bootstrap and you're already broke even. So like, I want to know that, I want you to tell to the other founders like why you should go for, and when you should go for funding, or whether you should go for it or not, because in today's it's a trending thing. If you are funded, then you're there in the market.
Right? So actually there are two ways to go about it. I mean, if you have a fabulous business idea and where you feel that people are definitely, when I say business idea, I mean which is of making money, then definitely try and go for funding. But for us it was different. It was for an impact, and impact you have to make your own beginning. It's only when people see, okay, this is what you've created, so you need to create that base. And I would suggest, that is thereafter you can look for funding. So do have the whole concept in place, and so that people can see the impact being created. They can see what are you really what you're talking and what are you delivering, and then they will still believe in you. But otherwise it's only money that really sort of sells.
Yes.
But impact, you need to show some kind of it has to have some visibility, and then maybe, you know, people can join in. But I have kept away from funders because, you know, then they come in with their own ideas of how the business should be driven.
There, yeah.
And I'm here right now. I mean, I've always been here thinking that this is how I want to drive it and drive it my way. Yes. So that's where, you know, you need to figure out a balance.
Of course,
who to work with and who to really go out to, you know, go out for funding.
Coming to the last part of the discussion, the conversation. So what is the vision of Satanya? Like, where you see Satanya in next few years?
Next few years are definitely impacting more women, more lives, growing, you know, getting more women under our umbrella, growing in numbers, revenue, everything. And I think so we are definitely looking at going global as well with respect to our you know, taking our products globally. Plus right now I'm at a position that we have created a very strong base for expansion.
So one last message that you want to give to the entrepreneurs who are actually, you know, going for this journey or starting with the journey and want to make big in the ecosystem. So
okay, the first thing which an entrepreneur should have is, like, you must have heard, and you, I mean, if you're going in for that, you already know that that is passion. But I think the other P, which is very, very important, is persistence.
Exactly.
Don't give up. Don't give up. There's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. There are going to be amazing highs and amazing lows. You would just want to throw in the towel, but don't give up, because it will eventually come to you. But give it at least 5 years easily to really make it work and really, you know, see yourself reaching some stage. I mean, the first 2-3 years you'll see some light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe within 5 years you will reach the end of the tunnel.
True.
So just stay there, stay put, and keep working at it.
So thank you so much, Deepa.
Thank you.
It's glad having you.